We just did that.
Welcome back to Spearfishing Down Under. This is part 3 of a series from a trip that I did to Western Australia a couple of years ago. Now, if you missed the first 2 parts, you've missed some incredible diving. We've shot dogtooth tuna.
Nothing, eh?
Got chased out of the water by a great white shark.
Don't sit on the back. Grab this. Grab this now, now.
We've shot some big mackerel. Shot a marlin. We've shot some really nice reef fish. And we're getting to the last day of that trip. Now, we chatted the night before. What do we want to target on this last day? We've already shot a lot of fish, so we didn't want to shoot a lot more fish. We wanted to target a fish that probably for all of us was just going to be a really cool fish. So this episode we decide we're going to target sailfish. Now, sailfish are a striking fish. They're beautiful, large sail, big bill, but they're also the fastest fish in the ocean. This day started just calmly with a bit of a joking round, a bit of breakfast. To target these fish, we decided that morning we were going to deploy some pushers and drag them behind the boat. The boys started getting ready. I wasn't really focused. I just put my pants on, and as I was beginning to pull up my pants, 2 minutes into dragging these pushers, the boys start screaming at me, "There's sailfish on the pushers." Now, my first reaction was I thought they were having me on, and I thought they were just joking to try and make me jump in the water. So I said, "Don't be stupid, like, are you serious?" And the boys then start just going nuts, screaming at me, "Get in the water, get in the water."
Still on it, still on it. Get in the bloody water. Quick, Timmy, quick.
Neutral! Ah, fins! 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 Fins!
You don't need him!
I need him!
Oh, he wants to jump in a bag.
Let me just press pause for a second. Listen, at this stage, I've got pants on, I've got no top on, I've got no gloves on, I put my goggles on, I press play, I nearly jumped in without my fins. Things are just going nuts, going so fast. Now, I've got a 70 centimeter gun in my hand. This is a tiny little gun. On the reel, there's 20 meters of line. The boys have been screaming at me. I nearly jumped in without my fins. Things are going mad, and I have to calm my mind to make sure I make a good shot on that fish. Roll that clip. Oh yeah! I had the fish in my hand in less than a minute. As I was just about to get that sail in my hands, I looked down and another free swimming sail swimming just underneath it. Beautiful fish. You notice when those sailfish swim up to me, they've only got their sail half raised, which makes them look really similar to a striped marlin. Many people have been confused thinking they are striped marlin, but just in fact, they are sailfish with half a sail raised. Now, a number of times holding that fish in my hands and waiting for the boat to come, sailfish just came up and lifted their sails, came and looked at me. I thought that one was going to spear me. It comes straight at me on the bottom. That one just then comes straight up like a shark. Woo-hoo! I just blotted him. He did nothing, eh? He didn't even drag any string off. So many sails. Tell me that camera better be on. There's three swimmers everywhere. One comes straight at me with his bill. When I was holding that sucker, I'm like, get lost. I'm getting scared. Shall we get out in the water? Let me again just give you a little bit more detail about how we target these sailfish. We run large lures, look like squid, called pushers, attached to fishing rods, which also attach to outriggers, which keep the pushers just outside the prop wash that follows the boat. Now, there is no hooks attached to these lures, and the reason you want them outside the prop wash, so you can see the sailfish when they come and hit those pushers. When we see the sailfish, the guys in the top deck yell out, fish on, left lure, right lure, and they slow the boat down, put in neutral, and we jump in and target those fish. Honestly, hitting the water is always mayhem. There's wash, the fish are coming quickly, and it's just wild. Now, I'd already shot a fish, so Pete wanted to have a turn. He'd not shot a sailfish before. So myself, Lee jumped in, we're gonna film him. We begin to tow, and listen, towing a lure and a billfish coming and hitting it never happens in the first 2 minutes. You're usually going for hours, and we towed lures around for probably half an hour till some more sailfish came again. We jumped in, Pete was excited, he was pumped. And as he hopped in the water, that sailfish just dipped and he clipped it really high right on the sail. Unfortunately, that sail is just soft and it tore straight through and he lost the sailfish straight away. We jumped back in, redeployed the lures and started towing again. We probably towed for about 3 minutes and sails again came onto the pushers. We're all pretty pumped, there's lots of yelling going on, everyone's trying to calm themselves down. We weren't doing a great job.
Neutral, let's go.
But this time we jumped in. Pete was calm enough to get a really good shot on that sailfish that just evaded him a little bit. After he shot it, the thing absolutely smoked him. He clipped on his belt reel just in case he was about to be spooled. For about 5 or 6 minutes, Pete was fighting that fish, and in fact, it was dragging him quite quickly through the water. Now you can see in this footage as he's pulling that fish up, he's just getting dragged and he's moving quite fast. I want you to watch how Pete lands his fish, and again, if you're ever chasing a billfish, be careful about that bill in that last moments of landing the fish. They can swing their head and they can do a lot of damage. Those bills are so hard, but Pete does this perfectly. He gets on top of the fish, grabs the bill, uses his knife, and quickly and humanely kills that fish.
We just did that.
From here, we've shot 2 sailfish. We don't want to shoot a bunch more, but they were, at this stage, everywhere behind the boat. we thought we'd tow the pushers and see how close we could get them to the back of the boat. As you can see in this clip, we had them almost eating out of our hands. From this point we decide, just for a challenge, Lee's gonna try and shoot one with the pole spear. Now, let me say, what was to follow in the next couple of hours was pure mayhem, and honestly, really, really funny. First attempt, bunch of sails come in on the pushers.
Pull that rigger in a bit. Yeah, mate, he'll be there. Yeah, he's on it. I'm trying to do the teeth. Just calm down.
Let's go.
Just relax. He'll come all the way in. Still there? Yeah, he's there. He's still on it.
Alright, let's get him. That's close enough there.
Is he still there?
Still on it.
Alright, I'm going in. Knock it out.
Neutral!
Myself, Pete, Lee, we all jumped in together. And Lee had a reasonable shot at probably far too much distance, and he completely missed that sail. Thing come past Pete, he'd already shot one, just lined up, didn't pull the trigger as it just slowly swam past him. Now listen, after that first attempt, we realized that this is gonna be way tougher than it looked. You know, if you're using a spear gun, you have range 5-6 meters. If you're using a pole spear, your range is 1 to 2 meters max. We get the sail up on the pushers and we jump in the water again. This time that sail, as soon as it sees us, veers off and heads away.
Too early, yeah, I know. The problem is,
And then what happens is, they spook. As soon as you hit the water, they leave the teaser. So the closer you can do it, the easier it's going to be.
he was giving it this one. When I hopped in, he was just going nuts on it. And I'm like, he's not ever gonna know I'm here. And then he just goes, black. And then he just goes, into the horizon.
Snap a takeoff, man. Big tail kicks
He was out of there, eh?
Boys are chatting, talking about really what's the best way to make this happen. We decide we're gonna let those fish come really close to the back of the boat. But honestly, every time it happened, we just got too excited. We just wanted to jump in the water, and they're screaming, shouting with everyone as we're just going, let's get in, let's get in.
Out of gear.
This last time, Lee just does this ugly flop into the water. As soon as he got in, air swing, completely misses, and I'm thinking, just another one where we missed. But there was so many sails on this time, they just continued to swim past us, just free swimming as the boat had driven away. I'm filming Lee as he missed, and I turn around and there's another one swim behind us. One comes out of nowhere, just swims up to me. But as it's doing that, I noticed that Lee is diving on one that's coming up to him from the bottom. The thing was all lit up, sail up. I thought, this is his moment, he's not gonna miss. Straight through the sail.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
The fish swam away and he completely missed it. To rub salt into the wound, as he started heading to the surface, that sail did a U-turn and come back up at him again. Honestly, we laughed and we just couldn't believe the mayhem that had just unfolded over the last couple of hours. We deployed the teasers again, and the sails had learned their lesson, and we didn't raise any sails on the teasers for about half an hour. So we decided, let's just jump in the water, deploy the flasher, because the boys had seen mackerel on this spot before, and we thought, hey, let's jump in and see if we can see some mackerel. We're in the water for 2 minutes. I hadn't even loaded my gun, and 2 free swimming sails come straight up to the flasher. Lee dove, I dove behind him, and I was loading my gun as I was diving to follow him. We both headed back to the surface as the sails peeled off into the distance. Boy, if I dive on that sail again, film me. 2 sails. On Lee's last dive, he probably summed up best what was going on in this situation.
There's nothing but sails here.
At that, we decided, listen, we don't need any more sails. We've still got hundreds of kilometers to head home, so we decided we'd pack it up and head our way home for another drive through the night. As I wrap up this 3-part series, I think on the great power of these trips and what they really mean. These are memories that will last a lifetime. The fish, unbelievable. Dogtooth.
Nothing, eh?
Wahoo. Marlin. Sailfish.
Oh yeah!
Great reef fish. These are fish that we'll continually remember. The sharks. Great white.
They did.
No. The boat. Come in between us.
They're things that you never forget. But the thing that probably stays in the memory the most is the time you have with friends. And listen, this way of life is so much about that. It's so much about friendships. It's so much about meeting people and keeping friendships and relationships that last distance. These guys live on the other side of Australia, and I talk to them often and talk about the diving that we're doing, the fishing that we're doing, family life that we're living, business adventures, all the different stuff that's going on in our world. And what ties it all together is spearfishing. This is what makes this way of life so powerful. Listen, I know that knits people together across the globe, even through this channel. And I know for myself, Wes and the team, we are grateful that we're doing this through this channel, helping people to get to know others, be a part of our adventures. And again, for myself, I really hope you're making some adventures yourself. Hope you're making some friendships, hope you're making some memories, and I hope you're out there chasing some incredible fish. Again, I hope you like, subscribe, click that bell so you get notifications. We also ask that you maybe share these videos to friends of yours that maybe enjoy hunting or fishing. Hopefully they'll get a kick out of this as well. And coming up, we've got some how-tos, so make sure you keep an eye out for our next episodes.